बाद न्यू आ जाएगा, तो जल्दी से।
Years in the pharma business, wellness products, multivitamins, state-of-the-art pack, hair growth vitamins, immunity boosters, vitamin C, D, and Z, shipping across the country.
A heart without dreams is like a bird without feathers. So very well said by Suzy Kasim, a writer, poet, philosopher. Every woman dreams. Some gathers the courage to pursue them, and many bury the same. A very good evening to all the powerful women here. I hope you all are doing great. I, Anupama Modi, Flow Committee member, welcomes you all to the 5th episode of She the Boss. She the Boss is a platform to praise all those women who took the leap out of their comfort zone and chased their dreams. It is about getting the inspiration from fellow women to craft a way out to our dreams. It is a festival we are celebrating in the hope to motivate and give a belief to all you ladies that you had the power all along and you can do it too. Today we have with us the ladies who have always aimed high, worked hard, and cared deeply about what they believed in. They ignored every voice that said you can't or shouldn't do it. Please join me in welcoming today's Ladies of Pride. I'm so happy to introduce very enterprising Ms. Sheena Kasliwal, CEO of Conference and Travel Corp and owner Kritapna. Welcome, Sheena.
Hi, everyone.
Very versatile Ms. Surbhi Manocha Chaudhary, Director Sales and Pyale Pharmaceuticals. Welcome, Surbhi.
Hi.
The intellect CA Pooja Gupta, proprietor at Pooja Agrawal and Associates. Welcome, Pooja.
Hi.
Pooja is on the move. Very innovative Miss Nidhi Agrawal, owner at Vanya's Dance Planet. Welcome, Nidhi.
Thank you.
And last but not the least, very dynamic Miss Juhi Jain, CEO of Fast IS Academy. Welcome, Juhi.
Hi, thank you so much.
So, girls, are you all excited?
Yes.
So am I. So, girls, let's kick off the interaction by when I request you all to please let us know very briefly about what you do and what makes you different from your competitors. So let me start with Sheena ji first. Over to you, Sheena ji.
Hi, thank you, Vicky, for having me here and giving me this chance to share about what I do and how I do it differently. To me, whenever somebody asks me what I do, it is all about what I do, what is close to my heart and why I do it. I want to bring value to people who are my clients, and everything is all about what I'm passionate about. I basically have two companies. First is a travel company, CTC Travel World, which has been in travel business for last 18 years. We do a lot of conference management for our corporates where we take care of everything, right from conferencing to logistic to the events. And then also my experience in travel industry, also my travel to about 40 countries gives me enough confidence to share with my clients who are individual travelers or honeymooners or families to whose trips I can add a lot of value, whether it is a luxury travel or any kind of adventurous traveler. Also, I have started a new company last year called Kritpana. As Kritpana means labor of love. In Kritpana, there are two things I do. First is microgreens, and the second is artisanal cane bamboo baskets. Now, why do I grow microgreens? It's because it's very close to my heart. To me, being fit and eating healthy is a lot. And microgreens totally fit the bill. Growing microgreens is super easy. It's not too much on resources. You need very little water, very little soil, and they are super nutritious, unlike superfoods, which are so hard to source and which are very expensive. I train people how to grow their own microgreens. I hold online tutorials. I hold in-person classes, and I even grow microgreens and I sell them. As far as the baskets go, the idea, forever I've been in a service industry, I wanted to associate with a product which was organic and sustainable. And that is where these baskets came in. I have always brought value to my customers. I've also wanted to do something for people at the grassroots level who are making these baskets with their own hands using cane and bamboo. And I felt I can bring them to mainstream and give it back to the communities in India. People are in remote areas making them. So I have taken Kritpana to Amazon, where they are available as is. And also I enhance them. Sometimes I give them a look of more contemporary, vintage, and then I am able to sell them as wedding gifts and all. And also I have done a lot of festive hampers. Like we did Valentine, we got great response, and even Rakhi has been great. So that is what I do, and I do it with all my heart.
Oh, Sheena, that's a lot to remember. I'm sure a lot of people gonna connect you very soon. That's
Yes.
amazing.
Thank you.
So next, let us hear from Surbi. Surbi, over to you.
So this business, this pharma business is a labor of love of my father. Our family has been into pharma since independence in India. So ever since we migrated from Pakistan post-partition, we've been into pharmaceuticals. How we are different is we have a cardio range, we have a diabetes range, we have a general range, and now lately we've come up with this immunity booster that we were talking about. I've been sending a lot of messages. It's a vitamin C, D, and zinc combination, and we are amongst the first in the country to get this. Though we are not a very big company in size, we were very prominent geographically all throughout India, but my father always thought that he should be doing it in a personal manner, so all the doctors who are connected to us should know us personally. So we kind of made it a smaller thing, so we are now only in 4 states. But what makes us special is that every client who's associated with us in terms of doctors or in terms of the chemists, the pharmacy, the wholesalers, everybody knows us personally. So there's a lot of personalization in our business. People might call it micromanagement, but we love to call it personalization.
Wow, Surbi, I'm just curious to know, do you have a pharma background?
So honestly, I do not have a pharma background. I've done my master's in business and I've done a master's in advertising. But that's why I take care of the sales bit. As far as the R&D and the other things are concerned, the product, my father is into the product development. I'm more into sales and marketing.
That's awesome, Surbi. I'm sure a lot of our viewers are looking for some nutrient supplements. They're soon gonna connect you. So next we have with us CA Pooja Gupta. Pooja, over to you.
Hi, I'm Pooja Gupta. I've started my this career 10 years ago. Before that, I was working in Bombay, and since then I've started in Indore. When I started in Indore, it was like few people working in subsidies. I am different in the way that I do specialization in subsidy. So I'm not doing the basic audit and taxation work. Like doctors, they are specialization neurologist and ophthalmologist. So I have done specialization in industry profile. There are various aids from the government that we get, but the industries have, because of lack of knowledge, they couldn't get the benefit of it. And so we give the knowledge to them, and we pass the aids that are available from the government to all the industries. So we are doing a lot different than the normal traditional practice of audit and taxation. So we are very different from the regular practice.
Amazing, Pooja. I think this is a new domain that I got to explore. I thought you'll be talking about, I thought that, all the women would be, can benefit from you from all the legal compliances that, they need to go for before starting up a business. And, because
Yeah.
we hear a lot of startups fail because, they fail to comply the legalities of the business. So I'm sure you can help them with that as well.
Yes, yes, we do that, but our specialization is, the MD can do obviously everything, but then the specialization is obviously in subsidies. So we do specialization in subsidies, but the regular normal practices, traditional practices, we always do.
Thank you so much, Pooja. So all the viewers, I would definitely request, because, all of us are into business, and many a times, we do complain about a lot of resources and subsidies because there is no proper platform where we get educated about all these subsidies. So I'm sure Pooja is the person you all should try reaching out and try to see if your business also has some subsidies that, government is catering to. So please feel free to reach out to Pooja. Thank you so much, Pooja. So next we have with us Nidhi. Nidhi, over to you.
Hi, Anupama. First
Hi.
of all, I would like to thank Guria Chabra, Anupama Modi, and the entire 50 team to give us
Julie. Nidhi.
and make us feel like real boss. So, on to your question now, what I do and what makes us different. So, I own a hobby studio, which is a one-stop destination for all the age group. Like 4 to 90 years, we have dance, drawing, chess, music, fitness, vocal, taekwondo, and we have also providing personality development courses, cooking, and many art workshops as well. We are pioneers in Rubik's Cube, Retro Dandiya Night, and Christmas Carnival. We have introduced these 6 years ago. So that time there was nothing like Christmas Carnival. We pulled 3,000 members in a day without any paper ad. So it was something that Indore wanted. So we always try to give something new to the customers, to the society. So what makes us different is our motto. So we believe in quality, not in quantity. Like we believe that personal attention is very important. That's why Vanyas have only one branch, that is in Vijayanagar, because personal attention is very important for kids. Despite the fact we have ample of offers in our plate, but then too we have single branch. But yes, this lockdown has given us the opportunity to serve worldwide. We have now students from Dubai, UK, Muscat, then Thailand, and many parts of India. And yes, we have state and national champion in chess as well. So that we have created by giving personal attention to the kids. So that I think makes us different from others. And yes, we have many of the FICCI members as our privileged members, which also makes us different.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Nidhi. I think that's the beauty of the virtual world. And I myself, when I go through all the topics that you are bringing in for the kids, it is amazing because a lot of things, which comes as a surprise. Okay, this can also be done. So I'm sure, I'm sure all the women, all the mothers are gonna reach out to you who are looking for, these hobby classes for their kids. Thank you so much for bringing this to Indore.
Thank you.
Last but not the least, we have Juhi with us. Juhi, over to you.
A very warm good evening to all of you. Thank you, FICCI Flow Indore chapter, Ria, and its team for organizing such an innovative series of She the Boss. It's amazing. And a big congratulations on the various webinars which you have been conducted from past so many months in this lockdown. They are providing great food for mind, body, and soul. I'm really loving and enjoying it. Now, for my journey and my profession, 5 years back, my father, Mr. Ashok Barjatia, started with a concept named Fast IAS Academy. having the aim to provide a prolific education platform to MPPSC aspirants. We wanted to work philanthropically towards creating future collectors, DSPs, assistant commissioner GSTs, and many more other state administrative posts. FAST is different as the idea behind it is to give a platform to weaker sections of the society, especially to those aspirants who come from remote parts of our state. They have great untapped potential, that's what we have realized, but they have very less exposure to these things. Hence, we bridge the gap for them and push them into the front league of the society. The purpose of our work is not to run a coaching center feeding on students for our profits, but to help them become a part of our nation's administrative force. It runs on the same concept of Super 30, if you have heard about it. We not only provide coaching at a subsidized rate, but also provide housing and food facilities to our students. The idea is to create an ecosystem which gives them a one-of-a-kind learning experience. We not only aim to educate them academically, but also wants to groom them through personality development sessions, motivational lectures by various eminent speakers and administrative officers, public speaking sessions, frequent outings, extracurricular activities, team activities, etc., which help them to grow holistically. I think this is something quite unique, and I'm extremely proud of my team too, who inspire, educate, and motivate them to achieve their dreams of becoming an honest officer to serve our beloved nation. And as far as my role is concerned, I don't see myself as a boss in the academy. I think I am a teacher, I'm a mentor, as well as a student who has to learn so much, and a teacher who can share her knowledge and wisdom with the youth of the society. Sometimes it's really exciting, rejuvenating, and has something new to offer every day. So this is what our FAST is all about. Thank you.
Wow, Juhi, this is truly, truly benevolent. And I must say to all the viewers, the parents who are looking, whose kids are looking for some, looking for a career in administrative services, you all know whom to reach out to. And more than that, even a general career counseling and all, I'm sure Juhi can really help us to, go ahead with it. Thank you so much, Juhi.
Thank you.
So yeah, I mean, the first round is over, and I mean, it's amazing to know the kind of work you all are doing, and I must say, it's truly, truly so inspiring. I hope that this first round would give a sneak peek into the business that you all are doing, the kind of products and services that you're offering. And I'm sure that from now on, there'll be a lot of phone calls that you're going to receive. So moving ahead from this episode, we are going to change a little. We are not going to go for the rapid fire, but let us go for a last round of quick round of questions. So are you all ready?
Yes.
Yeah. So my first question is to you, Sheena ji. How did you funnel the idea to get into this business?
I will talk about Kritpana, my latest venture. Last year, I was in US setting up my house in Denver. And as anybody who sets up a house knows that whenever you want to set up a house, you want something different, something reflective of your personality. And I was going to a lot of stores there, and I saw this particular piece of furniture made from kale, which caught my heart, caught my fancy. And it took me back to all these craft melas we have in India, where people come from Kerala, Assam, Northeast, and Kashmir, bringing these woven baskets. And I was like, oh my God, now we don't really have them so much in forefront. We don't give them the weightage or the place they deserve. So when I came back, I got in touch with all these suppliers, and I created a system of sourcing and bringing them where they are more accessible to everybody. That is I'm selling as is getting a lot of great response. And then I make them more attractive by treating them. And yes, I will say this from my own experience. If you have an idea, you believe in, you like it, you put yourself behind it, absolutely it's a great business model. So go ahead and do it.
Thank you so much, Sheena. So I think I can definitely resonate with it, and I can conclude that there are two very basic sources of ideas. I think we live in the world of ideas. It is just that we need to have an intention, and we just need to open our eyes to it. And I think it's just close to us. We should always think of starting a business which is so close to heart. And thank you so much, Sheena. I think that's very beautifully explained.
My
So see, every individual has some childhood hobbies and something that we are good at. Today is the time where we see unconventional careers flourishing. Nikki, what do you have to say about to all the talented women who are hearing us today, who are not thinking of converting their passion areas into business?
See, passion is something we all are crazy about and which makes our hearts aflutter. So since childhood, I had a dream to become a business tycoon like my father. But decades back, there was restrictions on girls pursuing their dreams. But now the time has changed, and we stand equally. And even girls are doing job, they are doing their business. So it's the time when you can create your passion into your business. So I would like to share my small story with you so that you can convert your passion into your business. Like when my daughter, she was just 2.5. I took her to the dance class, and the only thing that there was a lack of personal attention to the kids. That's why I have opened Vanyas to give personal attention to the kids. Frankly, I'm not very good at dance, but I hired the professional trainer and I just used to give the personal attention for all the activities. By giving personal attention, we got national and state players in chess. We have now affiliation to music Trinity course. So we have different activities. We have fitness. We have many other things. And in absence of my trainers, I take the class. And my student says, "Wow, ma'am, when you will take other classes as well." So it's like whenever you like something, you can take it to the other level. So, ladies, it's time to convert your passion into your business by getting your genuine love to do. If you are loving that thing, you can convert it into your business. But frankly, this is not my business. This is my passion that people think that I have converted into a business. This is my passion. So, it would be great to see some more female empowerment businesses in future after this. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nidhi. I think, I mean, a lot is already, being talked about that, you should think about, converting your own areas of interest into business. Like we see a lot of people opening dance academies. We see a lot of people opening music academies, people who are good at writing, the blogging has started. So I think there are no barriers in today's world. I mean, the world is open to everything that you're good at. So moving on, my next question is to you, Surbhi. So, many a times we wish to start something, but we fail to figure out what and how of it. And I personally feel that family business is a very promising option, which we tend to underestimate. So, Surbhi, I want you to talk about how did family business happen to you?
So, like it's said, managers are born and not created, though it's not really true, but in my case, it was. So, family business came to me like it would have come to any other boy in the family because I have a younger sister and being two girls, so it was the two of us who had to take care of it, and my sister fortunately lives in the US, so it's come to me.
Okay, are you satisfied with it? I mean, do you have any regrets of joining the family business? Are you facing any troubles of generation gap or anything?
I know all things had water at all the wells and all the lakes. So I know because I've also done a job and I've worked with big corporates like HSBC, ICICI, Yes Bank. And I know the kind of freedom you get in your own business, that sort of freedom you will never get in a job, no matter how high up you go. So when I want to come up with a new product, I want to come up with my own marketing ideas. It is a fabulous platform for me. Also, like right now, I wanted to be here, so I got the time off from my business. If I were in a job, probably I'll have to ask my boss for this. So, being your own boss is the most wonderful thing. And in a family business, you can learn the various aspects of management. Don't think that business is of your interest or not. Just think of it as a management opportunity.
Very, very well said, Surbhi. Thank you so much. So if I need to summarize, what our last three speakers spoke about. So I think there are so many possibilities. We actually live around the possibilities. Just look for your own, interest areas. Look for your own hobbies. If nothing else, then just go and try out your own father's business, or maybe your husband's business. I think most of us are coming from family business. Please just go and spend 1 hour, 2 hours, and I'm sure we will be able to discover what we are good at. So I'm sure this is gonna help. So moving on, as I mentioned before, every woman has a talent, and most of us have a buried ambition. But I assume that fear of work-life balance stops us from starting and initiating. Ruhi, how far do you think this fear is justified?
I believe a woman plays several roles in her life. So before I got married, I was working with a bank. My parents have always taught me that between work and family, family should always come first to you. So after I got married, I left managing the bank and started managing my big joint family. So while some may say that being in a joint family makes a woman professional development difficult, for me, it has been a blessing. Believe me, it's really a blessing staying in a joint family. As my kids grew up, I could spare more time to explore something than the realm of daily chores. I wanted to find something which would bring a sense of accomplishment at the end of my day. Classrooms, teachers, schools have always attracted me, and I wanted to associate myself with the academia. So what better opportunity than this Fast IS Academy? So from taking care of family and children to fulfilling my professional commitments, it required a great balance, which at times seemed a daunting task. But I believe that if the zeal within a woman remains intact and no obstacle comes in between her and her ambition. Hence, with determination and dedication, the well-maintained balance can help a woman win both the spheres of life. And vital role which I believe that has played in my professional life is my support system, that is my husband and my kids. They have been like through thick and thin of my working and professional life, and they have been constantly supporting me. So that's a big key to a successful balance between a professional and a personal life.
So I think, Juhi, I can only say that where there is a will, there is a way.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
I think when you want to do something, the doors automatically open.
Yes.
Thank you so much. So Pooja, it is said it's a man's world. How easy or difficult was it for you to have your hold into the consultancy business?
It's never easy for a girl. I think in Indore, I found it really difficult. Before I was working in Bombay, there it was like a small town girl has come, and I went for an interview. I got selected on the basis of my talent, not on the basis of the formal dressing or what I'm doing in this whole lot big city. And I went from a small town, Amravati, so it was like never difficult for me in Bombay, because people give importance to the talent, I believe, not on the basis of the gender. But after coming to Indore, it was quite difficult. After I got married, I went to a very renowned CL, not name one, but for a partnership, because I was having a few degrees with me. So, and I was having, I was done articleship from a very big firm. So I went for partnership with him. So he told me a sentence that I don't keep female as a partner in my firm. That really hurted me. I was like, if you could have disqualified me on the basis of my certificates, or on the basis of my degree, or on the basis of my, talent, that would have been justified. But then you're disqualifying me just because I'm a female. So that is very wrong. Matlab, I thought it is a truly what kind of male chauvinistic society is this? So, and then afterwards, I went to a CA for working. I think I worked for a year with him, and got paid in pennies for the work which I got. For a year, I got paid in pennies, and then finally I left, and I joined some other CA. So, 3 renowned CAs I've joined in Indore, and then other CA, he just wanted to learn subsidy work from me. So because there was no one doing subsidy in his own firm, so then he just told me that okay, you can come, and for a month he learned all the things from me, and then he told that I don't think it's working on, I don't think it's more on working, and we should not get into partnership. It was that time I decided that I need to start my own practice, and all this big CAs and all this year, the mentality is totally different. It is not Bombay. It is not professionalism over here. We need to be more like female oriented people. Then I started my thing in my own thing. So it was not very easy, my own thing also, because I remember once I went to pitch a client, and we had two meetings with him earlier. Two already, I had shown my presentations, we had shown that this is we work and everything. He was not very confident about giving me work. Then in the third meeting, I took an MBA, not qualified MBA, but then a male person as my partner, and I introduced that he's my partner, and he's like 10 years younger to me, no experience, just MBA qualified, and he gave the work only because he was my partner. So and he doesn't know the work, he's just a trainee in my firm. So that mentality, I was really hurt that in today's world also people are thinking, where a woman has done so much in every field of life, in every walk of life, and people are thinking that women has like they cannot do good, they have their own responsibilities, they will not be true to their business. So that really hurts. So it was not very easy. In today's date, we are working with 30 big sectors. We are a team of 6 people, and all this I work, I believe, on my own, without any contacts, without any networking, and we have got through all this just because I was enthusiastic about it, that I have to do it, and I think I use zero contacts of my husband or of my family, either family, to get business, because if you use contact, and you won't believe people whom I met in business, but they knew me socially also, they never gave me business. They were like, okay, she's so and so's daughter-in-law, okay, so will not give, because it is said that then our business financials will be leaked, or then our secrets will be leaked. So they never gave me work, who knew me socially. So yeah, today we are a very established firm. We are doing very good in our business, and I'm happy how we have grown up over the years. And I'm happy with my work, what I do right now. But then yes, with the society's mentality of treating a woman, that they have their own responsibilities socially, they have their own responsibilities in I think in house, and so that is very wrong. A woman can do better in both sections, I feel, at home and at the office. So this mentality should be not there, I feel.
Pooja, I must say you are a go-getter. And I think, again, I repeat, I mean, if we have the determination, we are unstoppable.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So, wow, very well answered questions, girls. A very big round of applause for all of you.
Thank you.
Fill your life with women that empowers you, that help you to believe in your magic, and in return, aid them to believe in their own exceptional power and their incredible magic too. Women that believe in each other can survive anything and can create armies that will win kingdoms and wars. So very well said by Nikita Gill. With this closing quote, I would request you all to take a pledge today to support and encourage every woman you come across to achieve their dream. I hope that you all enjoyed the session as much as I did. Thank you so much for sparing the time and being with us. We look forward to seeing you all again in our next episode of She the Boss. Wishing you all a very pleasant and happy evening. Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.